Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and I just got an email with spy photos of what appears to be a new Toyota Tacoma out driving around the Michigan R&D centers. I'm thinking of this is going to be the 2024 Toyota Tacoma Trailhunter version. That's what I'm thinking. So in this video, I'm going to show you the spy photos. We'll talk about the spy photographer. Has an email. I have the email right here. We'll say what he has to say about it, and then I'll give you my take and why I think it's a Trailhunter, and then we can debate it because well, it's just fun stuff. That's what we do. So, as you guys know, with spy photos, I buy these, I give them to, and I show you guys on these images. I got to put a little overlay on top of them because of that's the agreement I've made. Spy photographer. That's how the business works. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna throw this overlay up, and we'll throw the images up, and we'll get right to it. So this was spotted driving around Michigan, and I perceive Michigan. I was looking. They have Arizona R&D Center, or they have Michigan R&D Center, and it sure doesn't look like Arizona to me. So I'm thinking this is Michigan. This is the Toyota Tacoma 2024. We can see a couple key things right off the bat. We can see what appears to be above the passenger side window on the front windshield on the left-hand side, go above that mirror. There's a protrusion there that looks like a snorkel that maybe looked at the Bronco Everglades edition, which is hilarious to me because I actually have a Bronco Everglades edition outside. I just got delivered yesterday, and I'm actually be testing this week. So kind of ironic there. And then it's got a roof rack on top of it. We can see a more chiseled front bumper than we saw on the spy photos we've seen before and the teaser images. And so I'm going to go ahead and make my way around these images. We can kind of go through them one by one as soon as I got a few windows open here. Give me a minute. It's early morning here. So let's get more of the side profile. We can see some running boards there. We see the skid plate down below, what appears to be a skid plate. And what he says is with these new shots, this is what the spy photographer says, we see a more aggressively outfitted Tacoma with a more high clearance front bumper design and a prominent front skid plate protecting his chin. A chunky front fascia can be discerned beneath the camo. Okay. The Tacoma's tire sizes can't be read, but this prototype is wearing Goodyear Regular Territory MTs, the same tires applied to Chevy Colorado ZR2 and GMC Canyon AT4X twins, along with more off-road ready examples of the Ford Bronco. You also see evidence of rocker plate protection tubes running along the sills and a roof rack system that became exposed when the prototype's roof camo came loose and flew off into the weeds at highway speeds. Whoops, the camo came off. So what he's saying is also, we'll get to this in a minute as we get kind of close to that snorkel. I'm going to look a little closer. You see the tires again. Go around the Goodyear. You can tell with the tires, they're Goodyear Wranglers. You can pick that out. And then we can see that covering in the rear suspension, they've been covering that for a while. We do think that's a coil spring setup back there, same as the Tundra. And then as we come around, you can kind of see in a little above that mirror, and I'll get in a little bit closer here in a minute. You see the air inlet on the backside there, and it seems like that may be turned around. On the Everglades edition, it's actually front fascia looking. So this is not new to Toyota Tacoma. They had what they call a desert air intake in prior generations. And the idea behind that was to suck in the clean air on top when you're off-roading on a trail because you don't want to suck all that dust in your engine. And so they had built that. It was an Australian thing that they incorporated. And so it seemed like they could bring this back if they did a trail hunter version of it. And so there is kind of the overall prototype of that, or overall, image of that. And then we come around, we can see the back. You can see that camouflage kind of ripped off there a little bit. Whoopsie. So it looks like that's what they're doing there. It looks like it's a roof rack. And then there's your a little bit closer look at the coil suspension. But you can't really make out a whole lot because of everything covering that up. But yeah, it certainly does look like that is a snorkel. And so why would I say that's a Toyota Trailhunter version, the Toyota Tacoma Trailhunter version? Because that doesn't seem like it makes much sense. Well, here's the deal. I think that the normal Tacoma is already done. I think that's done, ready to be shown. I mean, we're getting teaser images, which signals to me that Toyota's testing is done. So they're just out testing other things. And I think they're going to bring this idea. So this was the Tundra Trailhunter. It was unveiled in SEMA. And the idea here is that you can go to your dealer eventually. I don't know if it's still concept or not. Go to your dealer and order these parts to bolt onto your truck, and then you can make the truck more customized to you. Dealers love it because they get to add more profit in the sale. Toyota gets some of that profit, and customers like it because those parts are now under warranty and they've been tested by Toyota. And you can go in and get it all one loan and be done with it. No extra $1,000 here, $500 here, whatever. You can get it all done. You can build the truck you want and walk the dealer out with the truck you want and have the one payment and have warranty. And so if we look at this a little bit closer, I don't know if I can. It's not gonna let me download stuff. But if you kind of look at that, you can say, hey, you can see where the Trailhunter has tow hooks. The Tacoma doesn't have tow hooks, or Tundra doesn't have tow hooks. The Tacoma barely has tow hooks. I don't know if the new Tacoma will have tow hooks because of Toyota's safety team's war on tow hooks lately. And then we have the skid plates, and we have the roof rack, and we have the lights that go around the TRD. This is a TRD Pro version. You can see those yellow lights that go around that. We have the bed mounted rack. We have the storage on top. And so, yeah, I personally, and this is, clearly my point of view, is that the normal Toyota Tacoma is done. The Trailhunter version that we saw, these spy photos, is going to incorporate a bunch of these parts to it. And then we will have two different versions. Now, that Trailhunter edition from the Tundra came out at the 2022 SEMA show, the Special Equipment Manufacturers Association show in Vegas. I was fortunate enough to be there. And so I'll put a video linked above that to that Tundra because I thought that looked badass. And I actually, frankly, was a little disappointed because I actually bought a Tundra. I had a Tundra when I was at SEMA. And when I saw the Trailhunter version of that Tundra, that's the one I wanted. And I was like, damn it. To me, that the Trailhunter version just looks really cool. And I think that they did a great job and they fixed the issues I had. For example, I don't like the way the bumper bumper built in with the Tundra, and the Trailhunter version, and that video you'll see that I'll link to above, has a better bumper step. I think it's got a bumper step built into it. It's got a better bumper, and it's got a better front bumper. It's got more tow hooks. It looks more badass. I just think it is the penultimate, yes, version of the Toyota Tundra, and I'm really curious to see if Toyota is going to do the same thing in Tacoma. To me, it makes, again, total sense. This is a total money grab from Toyota and their dealers, and I don't blame them because aftermarket's been encroaching on their space for years, and we've seen this with the Ford Bronco. They have tons of accessories. Ram's done this for years with Mopar. Mopar builds, so Ram will reveal a truck, and the same auto show, Mopar will show off all the accessories for that truck. I mean, they're working together, So, and with Toyota's case, they actually went out and they have a few aftermarket suppliers now that actually incorporate into their vehicles. I can't remember the exact name of the cooler. It was a Yeti cooler, maybe. And anyways, they signed agreements, and you could actually buy that from the dealership. And so it's this marriage going back and forth. These aftermarket companies are adding the parts and supplies. Automakers are adding that stuff to the vehicles, showing them off. For example, the Bilstein shock for the Ram TRX proudly says Bilstein on it because they're showing off these aftermarket suppliers and these aftermarket parts. And so that's what we have for you on the 2024 Toyota Tacoma Trailhunter. Is kind of my guess on that. I think we'll see the Tacoma soon because of the teaser images and spy photos like that we've had out there so far. I think the Trailhunter will be later on in the fall at the 2023 SEMA Auto Show or SEMA show. That makes total sense to me. So for more, check the videos over here, website down below, pickuptrucktalk.com. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.